Hello everyone, what's up and welcome back to Takopi's Original Sin, episode 3. Oh, I'm kind of, not ready. So far, episode 1 and 2 have both been really depressing. And it's been extremely well made and extremely well written, like everything works so nicely. But it's hard to like hype myself up to watch the show. Like it's sitting down here and knowing what I'm gonna be getting myself into. I'm worried. I'm nervous because like, is it gonna get worse from this point? Is it gonna stay as bad? Is it gonna get some hope and then maybe a dip and then more hope by the end or something? I don't know. I have no idea. But last time Marina died. I don't even have my notes out right now. I just kind of clicked play, clicked record without even getting the normal stuff ready that I get ready before a video. Yeah, Marina was killed by Takopi himself because he was trying to save Shizuka, and I mean, it's nice that he, wanted to save her, and then she was like really happy and smiling and was thanking Takopi, which is like really awful, but also kind of nice, so I don't know how to feel, but oh my gosh. So let's jump into the episode. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All that stuff helps me out a lot. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions and early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. So if you like One Piece, go over there and check that out as well. But we got a lot of good content over there, and I'm doing a lot of new shows on this channel, or like a lot of series on this channel right now, so go and support the ones that you want to see more of. Go make sure to watch those videos, like those videos, comment on them, and say that you want more of them, because I'm still choosing like what to finalize in my schedule, so now's the time to jump into it. Anyway, let's jump into Takopi's Original Sin, episode 3. Uh-oh. I'm just like, is Takopi gonna be like, well, I guess murder's good here? Alright, strap in. Oh, well, don't look back that way. Oh, this is your first time seeing Takopi properly? Oh, God. Oh, Azuma sees the body. Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn. It is messed up. Oh God. Yeah. Oh, this is a complex situation. I'd be careful around people who just killed a girl. I don't know, what if the alien's here? What if we show them the alien? Aww. What if no one finds out? Oh, you're just teaching her to cover up her crime? Oh my gosh. Man. Azuma's gotta live with this. Oh, right. That's true. Oh? His past? Oh my God. This poor kid has to be an accomplice. Oh wow. The way they're doing the audio here. I like how they made her sparkly, but she's still like her face is still kind of fucked up and dirty and like she's in pain clearly. Memory box. Oh. So you can preserve the body? Can you like close it and then change the size again? Oh my gosh. Are you gonna like pretend she ends her own life? That would be pretty fucked up. But all of this is fucked up. I mean, he didn't want to do this. Okay, let's see what they do. They're digging with their fingers? Oh, she's just doing that until they arrive with the shovel. What? How long are you gonna be doing this for? Be all cheerful like Marina? I don't know how cheerful she generally is. Especially not when going home, but I guess you don't know that. Oh, Jesus. So Takopi's gonna see how her home life is. Oh! Jeez, man. Oh, this is like a really realistic domestic situation. Oh my god. What's your plan with Takopi though? Man, if this is the way you have to impress a girl you like, I don't think it's worth it, dude. Okay, so his brother. Oh my god. She's getting really creepy. Oh, this poor boy. Hard to go against the girl you like. I mean, just have Takopi sneak in there and get it. You don't need to be there, right? Oh. This is quite the complex that Azuma's got. Shit. Quick, hide under the bed or something. Oh my god. They just go out the window? Wow, Jesus. Oh, you got the little wings. Oh my god. Weight limit exceeded. I guess you only fly yourself. Oh my god. What happened? Oh, Takopi. Holy shit. Yeah, of course. The weight limit's gonna be exceeded on both of your things. Oh my god. This show makes me stressed because anything could go wrong and it could go horribly wrong. This isn't any kind of life to live. Damn. You just like make the pancakes and then tell him he can't have it? That's really sad. Getting 100% is a lot of pressure. Now you have a complex that Shizuka would give up on you as well. Oh, she's so much more cheerful now that Marine is dead. Oh. Jesus. Is everyone shocked because, yeah, oh my god! Everyone's shocked because Marina and Shizuka are getting along. Oh my gosh. Imagine if Marina and Shizuka actually got along like this. That'd be nice. In another universe, maybe. This music is kind of awesome. Ah! That would make me stop liking a girl instantly, I think, if she held a bug up to my face like that. That's how they buried it? Motherfuckers! A little deeper and a little more dirt on top, I think. I mean, they're just very specific magics. Oh my gosh. Well, it looks like a whole building. I don't think he could really bring it. Oh yeah, even if he could go back to Planet Happy. Man. If only Azuma could have just hung out with her beforehand. You don't even remember why you can't go back? Oh no, you're gonna think that's where he is. Yeah. You're not connecting the fact that they're different fathers. Oh my god, this is such a sad situation. Oh no. Oh, Takopi. I think she's gonna get beat. Yeah, you're terrible at this, Takopi. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I mean, Takopi's probably panicking right now, so it's hard to get rid of ticks when you're freaking out. Oh my god. Oh. This is so sad. Jesus Christ. Is she gonna... I don't know if she actually thinks that something happened to her, or if she's speaking like metaphorically. Oh my god. This show makes me so uncomfortable. It's so good at what it's doing. Aww. When did... I'm imagining this is what happened, and then when did it fall apart? Well, there you go. You see it start falling apart there. Oh man, it's really breaking Takopi as well. Oh. Oh god. Oh. Geological survey. Oh god, really? I mean, yeah, imagine finding a dead body in like a tube like that. Jesus, this show. Jesus, dude. It's... The thing is, I think I said at the start of this series, I wonder how Takopi's Original Sin is going to wrap up, and if it, like, you know, if it's going to be more hopeful by the end or whatever, you know? But we're kind of at the point where, like, I can't see an ending where there could be hope. You know, like, I feel like it's so deep in despair at this point that the best you can do is getting to a point of, like, okay. You know, like, that's the best we can do. So, I have no idea. Yeah, I can't see the series being happy by the end. Which, you know, you might have been like, well, yeah, duh, look at it. But, you know, it does feel like the tone of this series would be perfect for having like a really great, inspiring ending. But that you'd have your work cut out for you to get to an inspiring ending at this point. So we'll see. And I mean, we're you know, getting close. We're already like halfway through the series, right? There's like 3 episodes left. So so we'll find out in like 3 weeks how that happens. I'm glad this is a show. I don't know if I've ever had this with a show before, but like, I think this is a great show. I'm really glad that that I'm watching this show. But I also am really glad it's ending in 3 episodes, and I can't wait for it to be over. Like, I am generally with TV shows, for me, I actually am kind of the belief that, like, if the writer feels like they have more story to tell, go for it. Tell more story. Like, I can check out at any point in the story, but you know, like, I'd rather you keep writing if you have stuff you want to keep writing about, you know? I love series that have a lot of content to them. I love really, really long series. So when there's a show and it's like, oh, this is actually like a show that like wraps up really nicely in 10 episodes or whatever, that's less interesting to me than if you said, hey, there's this one show and it's 250 episodes and it's still ongoing or something. I'd be like, that sounds awesome. That's great. I want lots of episodes. I like having more content. And I think you can still tell very great, satisfying stories within a really long series. I mean, I think One Piece is one of my favorite shows. And you can go watch my Jent Watches One Piece channel, and that's a perfect example of that to me. Is like, there's a lot of really good enclosed stories. Like, each arc is like an awesome story, and then the whole thing is also an excellent story. In fact, the whole thing together is an even better story. And so many great characters, and each arc feels like kind of a new show a little bit. Like, there's a lot of stuff that One Piece does really right for a long-running show. So anyway, the point is, I like long-running shows. But this show, I would not want it to go longer than it's going to go. Like, because I would feel the need to stick with it the whole way. Because, like, why put myself through this if I'm not going to put myself through all of it? You know, like, if I'm not going to experience the whole story. But at the same time, like, I don't want to feel like that for 13 episodes even. And that's one season, you know? Like, I don't want to... I'm so glad it's only 6 episodes. So, yeah. But, like, it's really good. I don't want to talk about it as if it's like a chore to get through this, because it is also like really interesting, and I really like seeing how they portray this stuff, even though it makes me very uncomfortable. So something that I thought in this episode at the start is like the OP. I was watching the OP again because I was thinking about how the OP is like a really good misdirect on what the show's gonna be, right? Like, it shows it, and it's like, it looks like, oh my god, they're showing some sad stuff, but they're also showing like how they could solve the stuff, and how, you know, oh, it's a funny like little Doraemon type show, and he's gonna use his gadgets to solve their problems or whatever. And so it's like, it's a really well done OP. But I also was watching it thinking, like, in my mind, this is the show Takopi thought he was making. Like, that's what we're seeing. It's like, we're seeing the OP of the show he expected when he crash landed or whatever, however he came here and met with Shizuka for the first time. I think he in his head saw that was the show. Like, that's the trajectory of this story. Because it's like, yeah, things are sad, but then I come in, I save the day, I like put the thing around their finger and draw them together, and then they're all happy and they're laughing together, and then Shizuka's with her dog, and it's all great. So yeah, seeing it from that perspective, it makes it also very sad. So yeah, Azuma is now a part of this, and yeah, I mean, they have covered it up. Now, it's kind of nerve-wracking because they found the body at the end there, but Takopi was still pretending to be Shizuka. So if the thing is, they found the body, but they put it in, like, if they just buried the body without the case, then when people found it, they would have more information about it. But I think putting the body in that tube preserves the body, so I feel like they could find it, and they might go, well, she's been dead for 5 hours, even though it's been, I don't know, weeks or something. I don't know how long it's been, but even though it's been longer, they might say it's been dead for 5 hours. She's been dead for 5 hours based on the body, because it's been preserved by magic. So that might be possible. In which case, you know, because I think the most suspicious thing would be if the body's found and they go, well, this body is like 4 weeks old. And then they go, well, but witnesses have seen, like, everyone has noticed Marina and Shizuka hanging out together constantly, you know? Like, so how is that possible? And then, even if they don't have an answer for that, they're going to start asking questions about Shizuka. Like, that looks real bad. But as I said in the last video as well, Shizuka also, in my mind, would be suspect number one if you know, if they found Marina's dead body, because of all of the, you know, people would just look and go, well, yeah, obviously it's going to be that quiet, crazy girl. So, yeah. So I'm really scared for next episode. Next episode seems like it's gonna be more what I thought this episode was gonna be. This episode was different because we introduced Azuma, or we didn't introduce him, but we like introduced him into the main cast. And I mean, he has his own complex where he's like seemingly very jealous of his seemingly nice brother, but because like he sees it as like his brother was like the perfect child, so his parents are like disappointed in Azuma, and so Azuma gets all of the pressure piled onto him and hates it and resents his brother for it, and so also resents everything that his brother is doing to make himself happy. That's what it seems like, which I was of the opposite problem. Like, I mean, I didn't have a problem. I was of the opposite situation where my parents were more strict on my older sister, where she kind of had like my parents be super strict with her, and then when I was born and I went to school and stuff, they were a lot easier on me. So like I you know, I was the reverse of this, which, you know, is lucky for me. But yeah, I get like he built up this resentment for his brother, which it really does seem like his brother's like kind of a decent guy. I don't know much about him, but it seemed like he was like, there wasn't too much wrong with him, you know, but he's just like conflating that with his mother putting the pancakes in front of him and then saying, hey, look at these delicious pancakes, you can't have them because you're not good enough, and then and continuously doing that. It's like, it's extra fucked up to make the pancakes and put it in front of him and just to show him that he can't have it. That's like that's really manipulative. I think this show's doing a really interesting job at showing different types of parents that can really fuck up their child. Like, with Shizuka, it's just like absence. Like, her parent just is not seeing her at all, right? She's barely in the show. She's been in like one scene of the show. And she's not a part of her life really at all. Shizuka doesn't even seem to consider her mum in any situation, right? So, and her dad's literally not there. So like every part of it is just like absent parents. She has no one to support her, teach her things, do anything, right? Then you have Marina's, which is like abusive parents, like physically abusive parents, in that the father, like, and the thing is, like, they're showing it as like the father is like accidentally quote unquote abusive, but doesn't seem to have remorse for that, right? And he's got like anger issues, and seems to like, you know, not, he doesn't want to be a part of this family anymore, but is so deep into it, it seems, that he's just like, he would rather just be here and then complain about, which is like ironic that he's telling his wife, all you do is complain, and yet he's complaining every second. But yeah, like he is, you know, simultaneously physically abusive and verbally abusive to his wife. And, you know, even like he will connect quote unquote with his daughter, but will do so through the disparaging of her mother, which is like a really tough situation for a child to be in, because it's like you were making a divide between you and your wife, which is hard for the child, who is like, I don't know, my brain's still developing, and you guys are like pitting you against each other, and I don't know who to believe or who to trust, and whenever I'm alone with one of you, you tell me that the other one's horrible or whatever. It's like, that's a lot to fucking take in. And then the mother is like so broken that she is like horribly abusive to Marina in different ways. I mean, here she's physically abusive. Like, I mean, it seems like she knows that Takopi isn't Marina, but that's like, it's difficult to figure out whether that is her like saying you're not Marina because, like, you know, like, you used to be my daughter, used to have my back, and you've changed, you're a different person now, so I don't even consider you my daughter anymore, as opposed to you're literally an imposter who's disguised as my daughter. I think she means the first thing, but the actual situation is the second thing. But regardless, it's real fucked up. And she's like physically abusing her there, but even in previous episodes, it seems like I don't remember if her mother physically abused her in previous episodes, but definitely like this unfortunate, you know, whether conscious or unconscious, it's probably unconscious emotional abuse to her. And yeah, just like complete no love in that home in the slightest, you know. So and we also saw like those pictures or whatever, and then like flashbacks, so it seems like at some point it was a loving home and it broke slowly over time, and that's really sad. And then finally the home of Azuma, which is like the expectations household, where it's like you're putting too much on your kids, and you're doing it under the guise of like, I'm toughening him up for the real world, which is like, to me, one of the worst. No, that's not true, but it's up there with bad parenting styles. I'm not gonna say one of the worst, because we just saw two other really horrible ones. Like, I think it's better to do that than to like physically abuse your kids, and I think it's, you know, I think it's better to do that than to not be there for your kids. But I do think it's not great to do almost anything under the guise of, well, the real world is like this, because you don't need to do that. People will learn what the quote unquote real world is, and the real world can also be sort of aspirational. Like we can mold our children into people who will do the right thing and do good things and treat each other right by treating your children right. And then, like, if you teach them those things, hopefully the real world, slowly, if we all do this, can change over time. I don't know if there's almost any situation where you, like, getting them ready for the real world is actually going to help them. I think you're just pre-damaging them. Like, like, I think it's like if you have this, like, this Coke can, this is the best metaphor that I can give, and you're like, okay, well, the real world's gonna beat you up. It's gonna make you like this, right? And so you make that dent, and then when they go out into the real world, they're gonna come back and they're gonna look like this, and you're like, see, I got you ready for it. You're not damaged at all. You're not, like, not a single scratch has been made on you since I saw you. But it's like, well, yeah, but you did it. You did the damage instead. Whereas, like, I could look, I don't know, slightly more shapen. That maybe the real world would have done that to me, and I would have been less damaged. You know, like I would have been better off. So that's what I think. I'm saying this from the perspective, like, you know, you could say like that parenting style doesn't work. Like the parenting style of, like, you know, not beating your kid, or not, you know, being rude to them, or not toughening them up for the real world, worked on me, motherfucker. Like I feel like I was ready, and it's, you know, like there are still things that are tough for anyone, but the thing that I'm really grateful for is that my parents didn't do that shit to me, you know. So like I can attest to it. You can just be good to your children and they can grow up well. So yeah, it's really sad. Like, I mean, this stuff really hits me because, like, I've talked about in a lot of shows before. I think I've talked about it a lot on the One Piece channel. I've talked about it in a lot of shows before about, like, how, you know, abusive parenting is, like, such a frustrating thing to watch in media. Because I see, like, abusive parenting in my life, not by my parents, but in other people's lives. And people that I know and stuff, and it's like really sad to watch, and then I always see people bending over backwards to justify it, you know, like, oh no, you have to hit your kids, you have to, because otherwise they don't learn, they don't know consequences. It's like this is all like absolute bullshit, but they're justifying it to themselves because they're bad parents and they don't know any other way, because it's easy, that's the easiest way to do it. So it's like, it's really frustrating watching that stuff. And seeing it in this show, like, depicted in three distinctly different ways, I think is really well done. Because I think it's easy to I think the Marina stuff is, like, the most common way you see it be shown in media. But to be able to also show it in the Shizuka way and the Azuma way is very cool as well. It's cool because it's impactful and it works nicely. So yeah. Final thing I think I'm gonna talk about is is just the, like, when Azuma jumped out the window and they had the wings or whatever, and there was a, like, weight limit exceeded. Genuinely, like, this show has put me heavily on edge, because what I thought was, what's gonna happen here is the wings, like, give out, he falls to the ground, he literally hits the ground and dies. His brother looks out, and all his brother saw was, like, looking out the window and seeing his brother falling and hitting the ground. So he would think that his brother ended his own life, you know, or, like, accidentally fell out the window or whatever. But, like, regardless, he'd see his brother dead, and then we'd have to, like, deal with that. And then, like, Takopi's inventions, gadgets are, like, still killing people. That was a situation I thought could happen. And my mind went through all the storylines within the 3 seconds of him falling. I was really panicking. And then, like, when he got out of that, I was like, Jesus, man. And, like, it ended up just being, like, a sort of almost classic anime situation. Like, oh, we just got out of that one. You know, obviously it really affected him. So he started, you know, he broke down in tears later. But, like, by the way the situation went, it was just, like, a classic, like, oh, we just avoided that situation. And that is a... and that, like, is crazy to me, because in this one I was, like, bracing myself for a very non-standard thing to happen. There's not many shows where a character is falling after, you know, like, falling in the air, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna hit the ground and splatter and die. Like, there's really not many shows that I feel like that, but this show is one of them. Anyway, Takopi's Originals in episode 3. Thank you for joining me. Man, really downer discussions, aren't they? But it's a downer show. It makes sense. Thanks for watching. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. You can go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, early access, and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Jent Watches One Piece channel. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.